Oh! Let's talk about Comic-Con.
Destination Marc.
Hey guys, how's it going? Marcelo here, and the list is back, detailing everything that happened yesterday. So, okay, the panel was yesterday. I was recording stuff while it was happening, but thankfully people were live tweeting it, so I will link them down below because there's some pictures of theirs that I'm using for this first segment. Pictures. We've got pictures from Glimmer, Skulls Badlands, Breeze Harbor, Zephyr, Dry Canyon, and Sunny Beach. All of which look amazing. I love how the first look of Breeze Harbor that we get, in the background, you got the track, you got the cogs, the gears. It's the goddamn trolley mission. They know! I love it. So there's that. All the levels seriously do look amazing from just these pictures alone. We only have some gameplay snippets from some levels, not even a lot of the ones that I'm mentioning here. So what we've got from these pictures alone look awesome, and the lighting. So we've been talking about how the lighting needs to improve ever since we saw the announcement trailer, and it has been improving. And just the lighting in these levels, just off the bat in the pictures, each one hits it. It looks good. They look good. They look amazing. The visuals too, just how everything is redesigned in these levels. It looks awesome. So it could still use the lighting, some improvement. I realized in Hurricos, which we'll get to later in the video, and you know why. With Hurricos, like some of the shadowy parts on the ground still look a little too dark, reminding me of treetops with the E3 build. So they'll probably improve the shadows, because the lighting itself looks fine. The way things are lit look fine. Shadows though, some of them still kind of seem a little bit too dark, but that's just like my observation. Besides that though, it all looks good, it all looks amazing. So yeah. Videos, we have B-roll. B-roll for videos. I already have that link down below to that. We get to really hear the music with Colossus, Idle Springs, without anyone talking over it. Hurricos is in there as well, and a little bit of Glimmer too, so you get some video of Glimmer, and that's awesome. But Talk of the Town with videos is Nestor. Play that.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the Artisan world, then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Nork? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
He's different. He's been redesigned. And a lot of people were calling that the Nestor we saw in the announcement trailer was not the final design. And it wasn't. So here's his remastered look. Here's a picture of the remastered look. The remastered look. He looks cool. He looks really awesome. So yeah. Oh, and one more thing. The fact that this video is the first cutscene of the game, the first dragon cutscene of the game, technically, because he's the first one you see right off the bat, right in front of you when you start Spyro 1. That hit me right in the feels, because that's like just nostalgia overload. Just the way he sounds, the lines, Tom Kenny as Spyro in that little cutscene, it's awesome. It all sounds great, even though it's taken from a video camera, but it's cool, so yes. But now, on to the biggest news. Stuart Copeland's back. Stuart Copeland is back. Holy shit. So, he composed a new song for Reignited Trilogy. Well, it's not new. It's an old song for the original first game that was never finished. He finished it, revamped it, and now it's going to be the main menu theme of Reignited Trilogy. I'm assuming before you choose one of the 3 games to play. So, it's not even the full song. It's just a teaser, like 30 or so seconds of it. But it still sounds good. It has that punch that his music had in the original games, and that's what I wanted. Oh, what the fuck's his name? We have his name now. Hold on. Other phone. Steven Vankov. It's the guy's name. Remember last time I was like, oh, what's his name? What's his name? Steven Vankov. So he's the composer for Reignited Trilogy. He got to do most of, if not all of the soundtrack right now at Stuart Copeland's studio. That's fucking badass. But Copeland himself is lending his hand and his ear to redoing these songs and making it just the best it can be with the remastered soundtrack. the big news that they dropped yesterday is the fact that you can flip between the remastered soundtrack and the original soundtrack. Holy crap, that's awesome. A lot of people were calling this, I've been hearing this a lot, besides the fucking Free Flight and Playable Cinder. I've been hearing flipping between old and new for the soundtracks. You can do that, and that's cool. However, there are two things I want to mention about that, so let's do that. The first one being, I still hope that, newcomers and vets alike do give the remastered soundtrack a chance by playing with it on, first and foremost, just to really, hear how it sounds, because from what I've been saying and all of that with the punch and all that stuff that it needs, it is getting there. Like I said, Idle Springs has it for the most part. Colossus definitely has it. And we have no idea what any of the other songs sound like from 2, from the other levels we haven't seen in 1, and we have not seen 3 yet at all, still. So who knows what the music in those levels will sound like. But point being, Steven Vankov is still doing a really good job with this music. He needs to just improve some tracks and some of the levels in some areas just to give it that punch that Copeland's music has. And you will be able to hear it in Reignited Trilogy. So that's cool. And the second thing is that I hope that for Toys for Bob, putting in Copeland's original music, I hope that doesn't give them an excuse to be lazier on, doing the remastered soundtrack. Meaning, again, not really getting away with not being as faithful, because it's like, oh, well, the fans will have the originals. Doesn't matter if they like or don't like the remastered soundtrack, the new soundtrack, they've got the old literally in-game to fall back onto. Hopefully that doesn't give them an out to be like, okay, do the music, but it can be whatever. It can be as not as the original as it wants to be. Because there's still that faithfulness you have to capture again. And with the look of the game and the characters, the designs, the voices, you're still hitting a lot of the right points. So the music, of course, is just as important of an aspect, so you have to still make sure that your new music, even though we've got the exact tracks to listen to again in-game, the new one should still feel and sound like it, and not stray too far. Because the instrumentation in some areas can and will have to change, because you're not going to get them exactly one-to-one, of course, but that doesn't give an excuse to just kind of be a little lazy on the music. Does that make any sense? I hope so. It did in my head, so so there's that. Besides that, the music sounds awesome. And also, Stuart Copeland is apparently touring early next year, and he's going to be playing Spyro music on this tour. That's awesome. So hopefully it comes to around my area or in LA. We went to Free 3, we'll go there for this. So that's about it though. Him going on tour, that's gonna be badass. But so what do you guys think of all this stuff? There's so much. Look around, everyone's covering it. It's on Twitter, it's online, there's websites that are going crazy covering all the news. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm fucking hyped. Let's see what else they show off of too before this month is done. We only have another 2 or so weeks left of July, and then it's August. So hopefully Spyro 3 will be shown off in August. And yeah, so I'm Marcelo. We'll see you guys later. Get hyped. Take care.